All right, we'll move this over here. Slowly but surely.
Don't call me Shirley.
Well, welcome.
Yeah, I love the airplane. Oh God, are we live?
Yes, welcome. Welcome to the Ever Crescent Moon by Natural One. I have a, by the way, akin from Tuesday's stream, I have a new microphone. I was able to nary an expense, or at least a significant one. And we were back to we took a small break in a way. We were without last week.
And we all completely remembered why and that we were doing that.
But we are here this week, more importantly, and thus we must recap the session prior, which pretty much involved the group inevitably heading onto a boat that they were meant to go to Delara with in order for Victor to go meet his loving father. So
Sure.
they initially met the ever personable Holt 004, otherwise just known as Holt, a pretty large warforge who guided them to their boat, captained by Mr. Torberger. It is through that then we were inevitably able to. Oh, by the way, we are missing Bennett again, unfortunately. Anyway, so they were able to get to the boat. About 4 days had passed, in which case we were able to introduce the concept of downtime. So they were given essentially 4 days to kind of pick up some skills or abilities or certain things that would potentially just kind of, at least for their character's perspective, give them some extra benefits or new things to learn. What is this, and why do you have it on your head?
It is a booklight.
I don't know.
Look like a quail.
You do look
And I
like a
look like
quail.
a quail.
A horned quail.
I'll take it. It's part of my new character tonight.
However, there are moments of of downtime was interrupted by a quick ship that brought itself nearby the boat, in which case it jutted out boards in which case then a number of men and women began to attempt to board the ship, including a couple of canines. It was there that the canines in fact met the canine of Holt's own, except his was metal. Much deadlier. So eventually, upon seeing their losing status, the assailants began to retreat and retract the boards that they had brought up from their ship from some mechanical device, which caused one of the unconscious bodies of that Ku had wanted to save for interrogation off the boat, so he dove in afterward. And that was where we left our last session. Oh boy. It's okay. It's because Dylan's probably desktop finally came up, so it's fine. That one I knew was coming at some point. But yes, so he dove into the water to chase after this body. That was where we last left off. So we will cut right to that.
Okay.
So, Ku,
Yes.
the last thing you saw and heard was a little jarring, but you now find yourself all of a sudden kicked back by water. I gotta remember the name. It's because it's such a mouthful. Oop, go back. The chronolometer in your hands, or in one of your hands, as you kind of finally see yourself taken aback and brought underneath the water for a bit.
Oh. I am going to just not move for a quick second. In my head, just register everything that quickly happened, and then realize I'm not breathing.
No, in fact.
No, so I'm gonna rapidly start spinning the cork thing.
All right, awesome. I want you to roll me a d6.
Neat. That's a 2.
All right. You suddenly all around you, time seems to slow down. Like everything seems to calm. As you kind of finally can get yourself up into the water. And you see now the boat, well, a good amount of feet, not terribly far.
I am going to swim like a madman.
All right. Now, inherently, since a lot of creatures don't have an innate swim speed, I'm going to require you to make an athletics check.
Oh, great.
However, you're benefited by the fact that the water feels very calm now, in a way, even though despite that, it's almost like you're slowly going down away.
I am choosing to use one of my rages to give me advantage.
Go ahead, Shay. Sure.
I'm just going to be very mad at this water for being a dick.
Are you mad at the water or mad
Unfortunately,
at yourself?
swimming is not attacking the water, so
No, but I did get a natural 20.
awesome. What it will benefit with you with is the fact that yes, you angrily are racing down this water. So
Eyes open, which is terrible in salt water.
yes. Well, cutting back to the boat. Well, actually, so it's because of the fact that you're on very calm water. It is a little easier to keep yourself up because the water's not really moving very fast at all.
Mm-hmm.
Onto the boat. You are beginning. The rest of you have heard Captain Terrigrapher shout to pull the anchor down as Holt kind of begins to run towards this pedestal near the center of the boat.
I'm underwater.
Yeah, I mean, you all, the rest of you saw Ku dive off the boat.
Yeah.
So, and obviously now the captain's called for drop the anchor.
Well, last time I was trying to grab that big thing of rope and toss that over. Can I still
You
do
did.
that?
The rope went down, but you have you could at the initial part at least, it's hard to see if he has come up yet. So you had thrown it down.
I'll keep manning the rope like I was fishing, just waiting for a line.
All right. Kidder?
I was kind of doing the same. I remember I was trying to assist with getting the rope thrown over because originally I was thinking of casting Mage Hand, but as far as what Mage Hand can actually carry and the strength wise, it's not really gonna work.
No, it does not make up for your lack of strength.
Right, absolutely. So Kinder is going to, panic a little bit.
Same though.
What time of day is it right now?
It's about midday.
About midday. Okay. Can we clearly see Ku in the water right now? Is he visible?
Not yet, no.
He's not visible yet. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you otherwise on the boat you can see Turgrifer kind of trying to get to the wheel. You see Holt kind of pushing on this turnstile down in the middle of the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, remind me, can tieflings swim? Or are they allergic to water? I know he doesn't bathe often, and I thought maybe that's the problem.
I'll be honest. I don't exactly remember, and I feel like this is a really bad time to not remember if he can swim or not. Oh God, what do we do? Okay. Gotta think. Gotta come up with a plan. Gotta be be a solution. There's gotta be some.
Try this one spell I learned from my childhood. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as... it's not working.
Well, you tried your best, and no one can really blame you for that.
When you try your best and you don't succeed.
Fucking Chris Martin with a wizard hat. Peanuts. Oh God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do in this situation.
Have to get that anchor down.
Well, I mean, let's not be... We don't have to stop the whole voyage because one guy fell over. It's fine.
Is there anything I could do to help with stopping the ship? Like, can I assist?
You
with
notice
getting
that Holt is still turning this turnstile in the middle very slowly.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run over, and I'm going to cast Mage Hand. It's probably not gonna do much, but I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to try to help him to turn the turnstile.
I can apply at least 10 pounds of pressure.
At least 10 pounds.
Your mage hand is great. You also have 2, and there are 6 dials. Please help.
Yeah. So I'll grab on as well, because it's not a concentration spell. I'll grab on also as I'm casting the Mage Hand, so it's technically 3 hands pushing at once.
Make a strength check.
Okay, this should go well.
Starts to get dragged by it.
This should be very good. Yeah! Yeah, baby. That's a 2.
Really.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, you try to push.
Sun's out, guns out.
Unfortunately, it takes some extra seconds. So it almost feels like you're starting to get away with him, as you almost can't see him, as you're still trying to just push this thing for quite a period of time.
Sugar cookies.
Ku, in your slowed state, you're beginning to start making progress as you're getting now closer and closer and closer. It feels like some time had definitely passed from when you went down, and you're kind of out of time experience and now. So somewhere in the middle, before your out of time experience happened, time had passed.
Okay.
So it seems to have gotten a good distance. So even in your kind of even your slower state of, you made probably farther in 6 seconds than you would have with normal time. But you maybe only made it about a quarter of the way to the boat.
Fuck.
So you're gonna need to make another athletics check.
All right. Am I still raging, or would you say?
Effectively, we are on a new turn.
Fuck. I didn't attack last turn. I need to. Yeah, damn. All right, 1 dice roll. Yeah, awesome. That's a athletics, right?
Yes.
24.
All right. Still, you're trudging through. You still feel like you're making some good progress compared to if you were doing nothing, especially.
I'm alternating strokes at this point.
All right. So, and eventually, you guys, Victor, you kind of are starting to feel like with your kind of... Why don't you make a perception check first, since you're a little more actively trying to look for stuff.
Would you mind rolling that for me? I'm currently driving.
Okay. Let me pull you up.
One of these days we're going to be like, Jade, roll a dice. He's like, I'm in the bathroom. Can you roll it for me?
Oh, he didn't
I'm
roll
on
well.
the roof applying new underlayment. Can you roll that for me?
Okay. I'm currently inside Area 51. Can you roll that
Trying
for
to
me?
steal some T111. Can you just roll that for me real quick?
Well, he didn't roll that well.
Ooh.
Despite his amazing passive perception, he is betrayed by his lack of actual perception expertise. And therefore, his roll of a 3 nets him a 9.
Nice.
Alright, so all the future rollings will now be done by Francisco.
I promise only to fail you.
In which case,
That's what happens when you're late. Anyway, so yeah,
I'm
so you
What's your
anyway,
own time?
you're late to the table.
To be
Yeah.
fair, he was actually on time before I was. So.
But anyway, so you don't seem to be able to see him over the ridge yet, but you can make another strength check there, Kinder.
You know I will.
Any excuse, please milk out that one, huh?
Oh boy.
All right. Well, I mean, it's a little better, a 7, lucky number.
Well, it turns out
You're getting warmed up.
with the help and the progress that he kind of already made on his
Working on
own.
my triceps,
The last latch finally seems to release as you start to kind of hear a full latch kind of drop as like based on the way you were pushing out how hard you were pushing, you actually kind of trip forward a bit as it kind of releases.
Yeah, take it.
And then you begin to kind of feel as the boat as the captain will yell, "Brace yourselves!"
Thank you for the heads up.
As you were kind of already on the ground. I need Victor, I'm gonna have you. If you want, Franny can roll it for you, but I'm gonna need you to make me a Dex save.
No, you can go ahead and roll, Marshall.
All right, I'll roll for you. All right, die from the essentials kit. Not good. You'll pass the save anyway, but it wasn't a roll that I'm happy with. Who will fail the save is the guy that's probably the least concerned about doing that, which is Holt, who will fall over and slide a bit forward, but he will not fall off, luckily.
It's reversed.
All right. Here, I will be back in a moment.
Oh. We're losing him. Quick, everybody.
Franny,
Thank you
why
for...
does your microphone say I'm Dean inside? I don't get it.
Because I'm a big Supernatural fan. And I need to invoke my inner Dean so that I could be this salty asshole to you all that you all love me for. I'm just happy I found these horns for cheap at the Halloween store.
You know what? Tis the
Yeah, that was
season.
the
I should go buy a wizard's hat.
Right?
I should go buy me a proper wizard's hat to wear.
It's funny too. I went in there and they're like, "So what's your costume this year? You were getting the horns? Or are you gonna be like a devil man? Or are you gonna be?" I'm like, "I play D&D." He's like, "That's all you do."
You should have further clarified, but like, I play D&D with a webcam, and they would have been like, "Yeah, okay, yeah."
No, they understood it just from D&D. They apparently both cashiers play D&D, and their boss was saying how her entire crew just was filled with geeks.
Sick.
Yes. So so D&D is going everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And in other news.
Oh yeah, it's.
So yes. All right. All right.
Yes,
so
Marshall.
with your speed coup, you definitely begin to feel like you have started to kind of make some solid progress now. As it almost kind of in a way you kind of start to see very slowly the boat kind of like start to turn. One may say drift.
Around.
Copyright.
Yes, you so it feels like finally they seeming at some point have been able to begin to stop as you are really as kind of the distance begins to close and have you make one more athletics check.
I'm not taking a chance on this. I'm going to use my last rage.
You were really raging in the water.
I am. Listen, man. I just want to go home. It's a good thing I took that advantage too. I'm not sure if this will do it, but 14.
All right, so yeah, so you're beginning to continue to move through. Again, you're obviously benefited by the fact that everything is very slow moving.
Yeah, I am. I'm glad that I got the advantage. Otherwise, it would have been a 5.
Yeah, it's almost you're in like the slowest surfing experience ever with your own body.
Oh man, this sucks.
Yeah, you know, maybe in a less life or death situation, this actually would have been really cool and fun. However, since it currently being a life or death experience, not so cool.
Man, this sucks.
But since the boat seems to have finally begun to slow, your progress seems to be better. As those on the boat, so everyone, with most people that aren't the captain and Victor on the ground, you may make another perception check. Presuming you'll need a roll again. Am I correct?
Jade.
I think that is yes.
I would just assume so until we see his face.
Alright, what's up? Sorry, I'm having issues. What are we doing?
I'm assuming you still need me to make you a perception check.
Oh, yes.
Alright. This is where suddenly what was somewhat panic, maybe a little bit of concern, has now become bewilderment. As your question of do tieflings swim is suddenly answered by the fact that you see Ku rapidly moving through this water. Like, it is insanely fast. You barely could tell it was him in the first place till you saw the crimson kind of his crimson head really peek through the water.
Hey, Kinder.
Yeah?
Remember when I asked if tieflings could swim?
Yeah?
Apparently they fly through the water.
I'll write that down in my journal.
I'm screaming the entire way as I'm swimming closer to the boat.
He looks like the David Hasselhoff in SpongeBob movie. You ever seen that?
I was waiting. Thank you.
The horns help break through the water, help split through it.
You done good, Hasselhoff.
Oh man.
Is there anything else we can do to reach him right now?
Press.
He almost even Captain Trigger kind of also somewhat pausing when he looks out into the water. Just keep the rope down, I guess.
I'm on it, Chief.
As you feel like you have reached the last leg, Ku.
Mm-hmm.
One more athletics.
Okay. Oh, 24.
A.
This will finally, all of a sudden, just almost kind of as time begins to pick back up and your swimming speed begins to slow. And you kind of notice that like his speed as a whole also comes down. As you finally are able to get up to the rope that is dangling off of the boat.
So I come up to the rope?
Yeah.
Alright. I don't climb it. Instead, I just wrap it around my waist and I tug on it. I just kind of lean into it.
All right, you feel a tugging on the rope, Victor.
And someone yelling down from below, "Pull me up!" Please.
Boy, mates, I got myself a big one. Oh, boy, he's heavy.
All right. So, at least to start, Crew or Victor, you're gonna need to make me a
Oh no!
check.
What have I done?
Which is gonna end up being 16.
Hey,
Which is enough to get you going up.
can I help by just pulling out a dagger and just stabbing into the boat to kind of like pull myself up a little bit?
Well,
That would be a
so,
terrible idea. Yeah, sure, I'm just clawing my way up through this wooden boat.
well, okay, here. Think of it
His
this way.
dagger can't be long enough
Before
to.
you're concerned about his potential strength, you hear because you don't see initially who is pulling you up
Mm-hmm.
from the bottom. So you wrap it around, you tug on it, you kind of yell, "Pull me up," and then you're getting pulled up pretty well. Not like super fast, like you're not getting whipped up, but you're coming up at a steady pace.
All right. It comes up to my below my elbows and just pulls me out that way, and then I
Oh,
realized
that
I realized the mistake I made by putting it around my waist instead of under my butt. So now I'm just hanging there like, oh my god, no! I made a mistake. Pull me down. Pull me down.
Make me a dex save.
No. Wait, who? Me?
You've given me an idea, Freddy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The dangers of wrapping around your waist and shoulder.
Dex save -1, 17.
Enough. You would have needed to roll a nat 1 for what I was planning to potentially
Oh, no.
happen.
So 2 things were gonna happen.
Yeah. But you're fine. As you inevitably, you absolutely slide to your shoulders though. It's very uncomfortable. You get like the
the worst.
As Victor, you're pulling him up, and you're seeing Victor Koo just like draped up, like with his arms kind of up in the air as he's trying to like keep the rope down, like.
Throw me back, let me die.
Oh, you're back.
Oh God.
Good news, guys. We got him. Let's keep going.
All right, Kinder, by this
point, Holt will have
off
come
the
up
ground,
behind
and he's
you.
definitely running over to help.
Yeah, Holt will have come up by you and started grabbing the back end of your rope. Yeah, you start getting pulled up a little faster, Victor, or Q. Sorry.
I can only imagine it makes it hurt a little bit more.
I mean, honestly, it's about as worse as it's gonna get.
Yeah. All right. I suffer quite audibly.
It's eventually.
My God, it's the siren's song.
Eventually,
Found a
you
mermaid.
feel a very large hand with about maybe like this kind of grab you, like
That's the wrong brand.
as you just get pulled onto the deck of the boat.
Oh. Hey guys. I'm saying this in the fetal position.
Oh, it took you long enough. That was just swim.
You have no idea what I've been through.
You fell in the water for a while and had to swim back?
Oh, I wish I
Because
could.
if so, I think we do know. Yeah.
Oh, you have no idea, Kinder. Oh,
Take your word for it then.
please get this rope up. Oh, God.
I mean, you're the one who put the rope on you.
Oh, it's got some hair. It's got... Just pulling the rope off. Kind of shrimping out of the loop I made myself. I get up and I just stretch a little bit. Okay. Remind me not to do that again.
Alrighty then. Weigh anchor. We're off again. We're already behind schedule. That's gonna piss him off even more. It's gonna be fun.
All the horses, the waves have been good. We are ahead, actually. Give me a moment.
Hey, do we have anybody from, the people that attacked us still on this boat?
Yeah, can we talk about the fact that we were just attacked by
Yeah.
another boat? Can we maybe discuss that? Because that was really scary.
Also, I'm sorry.
I know I got distracted. I honestly have got distracted. I believe when they retracted the lines and suddenly you dove off the boat, it took my attention. So I'm
Yeah.
unaware.
Yeah, I was going after this person I knocked unconscious to, get answers.
Did you get answers?
To a couple, like how well of a swimmer I am, and other stuff that I can't say out loud right now.
From our perspective, it looked like you were a great swimmer.
Yeah, I need to talk to you guys about that one. But do we have anybody still on the ship from the attackers?
And we got a couple dead bodies.
I didn't
Want
see
to
any.
ask them?
Oh, great. Okay.
Remember what you were told.
Yeah. I remember
Two things I'm more referring to.
the 27th of September. Which is the
Soon.
Actually, is it? Hold on.
I was gonna say, well, before you had jumped off, did you
27th
see
of
anybody
September,
get on the
that's-
boat there? I guess
Next Friday.
since you're asking.
I was too focused on jumping off the boat.
Okay.
But it wasn't. Wait a minute. Wasn't there a beer person that was on the plank on the other side that hopped onto the boat?
Maybe. I guess.
I think you hopped back onto their boat, not ours.
I don't know. Do you believe they jumped on ours?
I just pull out my double blade scimitar. Let's just look over real quick just to be safe.
Sure.
Cool. Kender, Victor, can you come with me?
Check me
Yeah,
on the bottom.
absolutely.
That's a great hiding spot.
Yeah, we're just gonna check. What?
You guys check. Here, why don't you guys start with the main deck and then go into the first supply hatch that is up in the front of the boat. We'll head through the back here and we'll check the secondary supply deck and then the lower.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Let's go get. And I'm gonna start walking. I realize I have water in my boots. Oh god.
Smithery, you stay on the deck. The robotic dog goes, arp, arp.
That's a good beta puppy.
That is
Also,
so
I'm
weird.
afraid
As it starts just kind of skulking around the top of the deck. You kind of hear like the metal clanging going through every step it takes.
Man, if I didn't see him kill our enemies, I would be a. You know what? Whatever I was gonna say is irrelevant because now Kinder has posed an interesting question.
What was the question? I didn't hear it.
How does this construct K9, as I will refer to it from now on, not rust or corrode being exposed to this much salt water?
Yeah, that has to do with the expert mecha. Sorry,
Sorry, having a stroke. Hold on.
a little bit.
Like, oh, sorry, my left arm started hurting all of a sudden. Oh, my chest. Falls off the ship. Where are the captains now?
What do you mean we?
Betrayal.
But
Campaign.
yes, no. No, this has to do with the expert Magitech expertise of Holtier. He and his nice metallic canine companion have been good. Have done great jobs. But come, or head down to the supply area. We'll check this. We'll check this one.
Yeah, Captain.
You should see the hatch right in front of the, right on the corners of the map.
I'm gonna wait till we're about out of earshot from the rest, the captain and them, to talk to these guys. Like, Kinder, Vic, I need to tell you guys something.
What is it? What's going on?
Walk and talk, walk and talk.
Yeah, they should really put something to let you do that.
Watermelon cantaloupe. Watermelon cantaloupe. Watermelon
Kinder, you have
Rock,
any?
rock, rock, team.
You okay?
No, I need to look right here, but don't make any overt movement. And I pull out the chronolometer. The chronolometer.
I heard criminal law meter. And I was like,
Chronolometer.
tapping my evidence.
The chronolometer.
Yeah.
That's me.
So essentially, you see this this device kind of on like one segment of like a little pin. In the center, kind of has this gem, and then around it has this kind of semi thick cog that kind of has the that surrounds it from the center hole. So it has this like total round shape this way, but it's flat like the other.
Stuck in the straw for 5 seconds.
This is I think the reason why I got back to this. Yeah, hand it over to Kinder so you can look at it better.
Yeah, I want to examine this thing. I don't really
Because you're
recognize
just
it.
such an excellent swimmer. What?
So you normally don't swim like David Hasselhoff.
No, the last time, I don't know who Hasselhoff is.
Yeah,
The last time
he's of nobility. You peasants wouldn't know.
Yeah, sure. The last time I was in the water, Ethos pushed me in because he thought it was funny. It
I
wasn't.
mean, it was kind of funny.
All was to you. I nearly drowned. Kinder, can you make heads or tails of it? I can tell you what it is, but I want to see what you can come up with.
Okay.
Let me quiz you.
I don't know what man
Sure.
expecting to dance around my head right now. But I'll go ahead and I'll just stare at this thing really hard. And I'm gonna see if I can get a brain blast out of it.
You can make an Arcana check.
Thank you. I was about to say, there's no way I'm just getting this for free.
No.
Shuts his
Absolutely.
eyes.
Ha ha!
You didn't
Natural
think it'd be
blood.
bad.
Yeah!
We in there, boys.
Hell yeah.
We
Let's
in there,
go.
boyos.
We in there. It happened.
Kinder disappears.
It
Well,
breaks.
depend. What does he roll?
Second time in toucan.
And
Oh, that face.
What is it?
Oh,
What is it? Is it 100? Is it 100?
That is a 10.
Oh, okay. It was. Yeah.
We see a speed boot just come up. Bad boys,
No,
what you want?
but all of a sudden, it's weird. It's like as you were having the conversation earlier, it's like a gray cloud just suddenly one gray cloud slowly quickly developed. Then all of a sudden, you hear a booming thunder as a lightning bolt strikes down onto the ship and hits Kinder for 10 lightning damage.
That's death, isn't it?
A 10 lightning damage?
Only
I don't know how
P2
damaged
mains
he
can
was in the
relate.
battle.
It probably won't kill him. No, I have
Only
my
P2
heavy
mains.
doubts.
No one else.
Yes.
Hey, Koo, do you think that's the brain blast he was talking
And he
about?
wasn't even hit last. He wasn't even hit last.
You said it was
encounter,
10,
so-
right?
Yeah, 10 lightning damage.
Yes. Yes, that's half my hit points. Yep.
Well, yeah, but you know, you had full health,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't have killed you even if you're at 0. It's fine.
You're right, but that's still half my hit points. That's it's
I mean,
it's a
yeah.
meaty blow.
It's a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Can I just after I just look at Kinder?
Oh yeah. Also says buy a lottery ticket.
I'm just gonna look at Vic. I don't know, Kinder.
Oh yeah, and then the cloud immediately goes away, and the sky is fine again.
I'm
Boy,
just
I
gonna,
don't know whichever god you pissed off, but man, is it funny.
I think I know which one it is. I just plucked the chronometer from his hand.
You got nothing. You have no idea what it is.
Kinder. Ah! Buddy.
You can kind of somewhat feel the static. You can somewhat kind of feel the static coming off of him a bit.
Is Kinder's hair just all standing up right now?
What was
A
that?
little bit. His hat fell off. The hair's kind of. To be fair, in terms of the universe that you live in, it's not the worst type of lightning damage to have happened to you.
Yeah, fair enough. It's just
True.
weird how it happened on a completely clear day in the middle of the ocean. Where the largest thing around was probably the mast and not you.
Oh.
The tides of fate really are a strange mistress.
Kinder, you look a bit energized.
Victor and
I don't know what it does, but whatever it does hurts a lot.
Victor,
True.
I'm gonna lie down
You feel
for a
this
bit.
has you feel this akin sense of calling to the number of times your parents told you stories and some really weird thing would happen out of nowhere.
Oh no, we're becoming our parents.
Oh, good. I'm actually a Stormlord Paladin. Excellent.
And we had,
I believe this is
Happy
the work of the
birthday.
cruel god, Marshall.
If this
Marshall.
happened at like level 1 and like I don't know, say by some weird twist of fate, you had like 5 HP and then you were like level 1 and this hit you, right? So you would have got just killed.
Oh yeah,
Um,
just murked.
I would absolutely have totally roleplayed it that you got struck by lightning, died, but then resurrected as a Storm Tempest barbarian.
Awesome. That would have been amazing.
I'm gonna hold the chronometer and look over to Victor. Do you want to look at it?
I'm not touching that thing.
I'm just
How
like,
much
Want
it's
to
worth.
look at that?
you want to touch it? You
do
want to
not wanna
touch it?
Tell you what, next enemy we come across, I will put that in somebody else's bag and then watch as a bomb goes off in their face because they got struck by lightning.
Maybe not, but
So
Yeah,
it helps
so-
Tiefling swim, and it helps. Fuck, I forgot what kind of race is he. He's half elf, right? Kinder's half elf.
yeah, he's a half elf.
Yeah, it helps Tiefling
Yes.
swim, and it makes half elves explode in lightning. So I'm not touching that.
All right.
Well, I mean, so what I've noticed it does is that I don't know, when I used it, kind of slow down time, I guess.
Lucky you.
But the thing is, the way I got this, it was given to me.
Okay,
Yep, appearing
that's
in,
how I get a lot of my things. Is they were completely given to me.
oh,
Yeah.
here's the thing. It's weird being underwater. It's weirder finding yourself in a dry, solid room when you thought you were underwater.
Okay,
Yeah,
see, you should have
weirder.
led with the magic underwater room and not, hey, I have this
What are
thing.
you talking about right now?
This thing was handed to me by some being that called himself Vecna.
bitch. What?
Make a history check.
Yeah, that was out of character.
Make a history check if you want to know what that means.
I like to imagine.
Okay.
Is that another nat one?
Net 20.
Ooh,
We
okay.
on both sides of the
That's
dice today.
disappointing.
There's your lottery ticket.
I know.
Yeah, seriously.
You
That's
have
it. That's the lottery.
you've met a necromancer or two in your time. In the
That makes
days.
no sense, but okay.
Well, they exist.
Yeah.
Not all necromancers are evil.
They drive Uber. You gotta make a living.
Exactly.
So you have heard a couple, and from like classes that involved necromancy in your times in the academy, especially you have
Chair stuff.
you have heard of this great,
No,
great
you
and
don't.
a very great in terms of powerful entity who had turned himself into one of the greatest liches of all time, named Vecna. The tales state that if you obtain his eye or hand a hand, they can grant great power.
Yeah, but he's discussing right now.
There's some things going on Jade's end, and I feel like he forgot to mute it. It's fine.
I think he's asking Vecna for clarification right now. Is he BSing
Hello,
us
my
right now?
dark.
Is this real? Is this legit?
But yes, no. So that is what you know of the Vecna.
Okay, so Kinder's eyes shoot wide open, like he almost like he's been electrocuted again, and he is going to immediately down a potion of healing. Just like whips it out, just like chugs it down.
Hey, do those potions help sanity as well? Because, boy, howdy, does he seem like he needs it.
I don't know. Kinder, do you know something I don't? Which is a lot?
I'll note, Kinder, that it feels very strange to you to hear that he supposedly was under the water. And so whether or not you believe he's just insane or he's truthful is really out of the...
Okay. This is a lot to take in. I need to roll hit dice first.
2d2 or 2d2 2d4 plus 2.
2d2, flip 2 coins.
I heal 7. That's not bad.
Hey, that's more than half of what you lost from that lightning strike.
That's true.
Yep.
Okay. I'll answer your questions, but first I need you to answer some of my questions, okay, bud?
I'm gonna answer your questions with a question.
Sure.
We'll get to the underwater box thing first, but second, sorry. Oh God, lightning on the brain. First of all, you know Vecna gave you that, but you don't know who Vecna is. Am
I have.
understanding that right?
Yep, I have no clue. I see some sort of celestial being or something. They look kind of weird.
Did someone tell you that Vecna gave you that? How did it
Oh,
happen?
he handed it to me.
Oh, okay.
He was very keen on me drawing a card, and I drew a card, and then he kind of handed me this thing. Why is it bad?
What did he look like?
Well, he didn't have much skin. He was more skeletal than nothing else. Just kind of threw me off. He only showed it to me for the brief sec before he sent me back into the water. I don't know. The last thing he said was like, because I'm Vecna, of course, and then shot me back in.
Okay. The thing about Vecna is that not a lot of people have that name. It's not exactly a common name like Jonathan or Hunter.
Never
Or
mind.
Dishmiggldarn.
Or the great
Good old
Dishmiggldarn,
Dishmiggldarn.
of the Dishmiggldarn clan. It's just not a common name.
Or
You mean
Dorit.
big fish nigga
Usually when people are talking about Vecna, they're talking about the
Vecna. He was a necromancer, an extremely powerful necromancer, who went on to become one of the most powerful and infamous liches in the
Bless
world.
you.
Victor, Victor, you hear beneath you. You hear a small thing crack.
Say again.
You hear you kind of hear something crack under in the floor beneath you.
All right, so if I go missing, all right, we'll blame this weird necro god thing.
What? Vic, what are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure the ship beneath me is breaking.
Or being next to the door to the supply room that's below you.
Okay.
What
we
else would suddenly make a crack noise?
Victor, I'm scared about that too, but we gotta do one thing at a time here. Look, I don't know if you should have that chronometer or whatever you called it. I don't know.
Chronolometer.
Maybe we should chuck that thing into the ocean, like right now.
I mean, it helped me out. He honestly told me that if I didn't take this, I would have died. Jeez, I don't know.
You said you ended up in like a dry box? Did the box come from the chronometer itself?
No, I just kind of happened on there. It was weird. It was a room, not just a box, a room.
Was
Big
it
room.
well furnished?
There was
At what point?
Did it have like the tacky wood paneling that a lot of our grandparents have?
Mostly stone, but it had a couch.
First, it was 8
Was
chairs.
there way too many ferns in the left corner?
No, too many chairs.
Oh, yeah.
And they all turned into couches.
Yeah.
At least the one I sat on turned into a couch. Wanted that rocking chair, but it didn't want to go through.
Damn you, rocking chair.
To the air conditioner. Anyway, I guess I'm sorry. I know magic. I understand some magic. I'm not great, but I get it on basic principles. I understand some of the classes and how it works and how it's oriented and how it's cast. But what you're describing, I've never heard of before. I've never experienced anything like this.
Below you hear a number of things like with kind of sounds like glass or ceramics kind of crash under the ground.
Oh.
In other news, I found our stowaway.
Let's go get him. Kinder, we'll continue this conversation later. I'm kind of hopping backwards, putting the
okay.
on
I
there.
guess we don't really have a choice. Oh god. Yeah.
Pressing matters and whatnot. Just real quick, is my soul in damnation or something?
They were one away from entirely hiding without being found for the rest of the trip.
Oh.
Well, you guys decided to have this long conversation when you were trying to find a stowaway.
Right. They just walk up next to us.
They had about 4 opportunities to hide themselves. They succeeded on 3. They missed they half succeeded on 1, and then they fully failed one of them in a horrible way, in that one fashion. It did nothing, but because they're not a spellcaster, but nevertheless.
Well, now we know they're not spellcasters.
They failed.
All right. Down to the supply room we go.
Okay, you open the hatch. You can kind of see the ladder as you can begin to climb down.
I'm readying. Kinder's gonna kind of bring up his left hand, and with his other hand, he's kind of got it like tucked in with his component pouch, and he's readying to cast sleep at any moment. Like the moment something like if a humanoid figure jumps out at them, he's gonna cast sleep on it.
I'm just Vic. Remember, we're trying to capture them alive, not kill them.
If anything happens, it happens. Who knows?
So when you get down, you notice that it's. Granted, you all have dark vision. It's irrelevant, I guess. But make me a perception check anyway once you get down here.
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it. 18.
21.
Fuck.
You can roll for yourself now, Jade.
I can, yes. I do have to get my sheet up though.
You have a +6.
Yo, plus 15 is what he said.
That would be a 16 total.
All right. All three of you see in the far, in a decent corner, like a ways down this initial walkway between all the crates and whatnot. You kind of see something. What seems to be kind of wriggling, kind of near the ceiling a little bit. Due to your lack of color, it's hard to particularly see what is moving, but something's wriggling, kind of in the air. It's partly connected to this net thing.
Oh, looks like a trap. I run forward.
Wait, Coo, no, Dad, stop. Wait, come back.
Wait. Oh, all right. Well, what are you proposing?
Is there anything around us that we could shuck at it? Something that
Well-
we could throw out to test if it's alive and active?
Well, so it's about 30 feet from you.
Yeah.
It's just kind of other crates kind of peeking in and around of the way, so you can't see it directly. You just see the upper net thing kind of shaking.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Okay. Let's think about this rationally. If this thing has any kind of sentience to it, it probably won't like the idea of being cornered, and it might lash out and attack us. So we should do our best to appear as non-threatening as possible. But
All right,
still
cool.
be
You
ready
move.
to move if we need to.
Thanks. Thanks. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Okay.
I pull away the double blade scimitar and just bring in my fist.
Okay, good enough, I guess.
Now I have another proposition. I go in there and get it.
That seems like a really bad idea. What if you get hurt? Don't you want us there to help you?
I'll only get hurt if I get seen.
Through your passive perception, Victor, you notice the wriggling has stopped. Ooh. You do hear creaking.
Also, I think it moved.
Well, we need to make a decision right now. Do we know if the door behind us is the only entrance?
You have no idea.
Oh, right.
You
we're
weren't
new
allowed
on this
down
boat.
here.
That's true.
What do you think this is, a boat campaign?
All right.
I'm gonna.
Cool, cover the entrance. Me and Kinder here will pincer maneuver.
I'm on it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Paul the
You take the left, I got the right. Move slowly, methodically. Make sure it does not get between your legs.
Yeah, no sudden movements. We'll want to move. Wait, what? What?
Just cover your junk in there.
There are animals out here, man. They'll do things.
I don't like this conversation.
All right, take the left. I got the right. Here we go.
Wait, no, you said that I was taking the right. Okay.
You begin
changed my
walking
mind.
down the only path that's in front of you.
Yup. But
Only
I'm on the
path
left
that I
side,
have
he's
ever
on the right
known.
side. Oh, I love
You can make
Wonderwall.
investigation rolls as you walk down. As you're trying
Yes.
to peer through
I'm just.
the way.
From the door, I'm also just looking.
Okay.
and
You could
see.
make me a perception check.
Yeah.
I got a
Nice.
22.
Got 12.
15.
All right, I can tell you, Ku. At this point now, you no longer can see or hear anything that is at least like a person or a living thing. As they kind of tucked our way out of the view through the boxes and whatnot.
Got it.
And however, Kinder, you begin to notice that a couple of the boxes seems like they or try to have gotten like pried into.
Oh.
Because you're kind of getting through it. Inevitably, you do see part of the net having come down, like a little bit that was on the ceiling. However, now there's kind of a clear like cut from it, and a sword that is on the ground.
A sword? How big is this sword?
It's about the size of a longsword.
Okay. I'm gonna like kneel down and kind of look at the condition of it, see if it's like clearly heavily used or if it's like brand new.
I mean, it looks like it got a couple of. It looks like there's a little bit of blood stain or two on it.
That's not good.
All right. Well, Victor, you will begin to hear the creaks kind of in kind of like a small pathway to your left.
Can I, real quick?
Yeah.
Can I just start moving crates in front of the door?
Well, remember you're in front of a ladder
Oh, my bad.
that goes up to a hatch.
Okay, I'm just back pressing the ladder then.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So it would literally do nothing as long as it could climb on top of the crate. If it has no hands or arms, then you got it.
I'm worried.
But so
if
does
it
the
has-
ladder then.
I'm worried that if it has tentacle.
That technically falls under the arms category, so once again.
Fair. Okay, I will be quiet then.
All right. But yes, so yes. Victor, you hear another kind of creak to your right or to your left.
Nice.
I try to motion as slow as I can to kind of just. Now I make clones of myself and we all go.
They're all naked. They're all hot naked women.
Kinder nosebleeds.
Ah!
He does know
It's a
magic.
magician. I knew it.
Anyway. All right, do you begin heading down that way?
Yes.
All right. So how quick? Are you trying to sneakily go down that way, or are you just?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, you can roll me a stealth check.
Can you? I got this in touchscreen. Still. Ooh, that is a respectable 22.
All right.
That is
Essentially, what this does is, while the noise seems to entirely dissipate, you try to stealth at an almost unmatched speed. Despite most people, when they're slow, like in their stealthing, they're pretty slow. You move a little faster compared to the average stealther, and suddenly you find yourself facing the back of a armored, seemingly a person with long hair and armor on their chest piece, as they're kind of trying to slowly pull open a box.
Do they see me?
You don't believe so. However,
Alright, then as stealthily as possible, I want to try to bash him against the back of the head with my dagger. Like the blunt side, the handle just...
it's weird. You try to go for it, and it doesn't even go past them. You just like whiff entirely. Like you just hear.
Nobody else saw that. I'm good.
You say that out loud.
No.
Okay.
Internal monologue.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
I do a quick look around. It's like nobody saw that.
Just
Do I see that happen?
I mean, did you follow?
Not really, so probably not.
So no, yeah, he had to round a corner.
Who are you and what do you want?
But I work here.
Yeah, no.
You can roll insight.
I am. Actually, hold on. Do I have a thing for that? I should have a thing for that.
oh yeah,
You don't.
inquisitive.
You have a +4. Oh, but you're inquisitive. Yeah, it might be.
Yes.
In terms of your skill aspect, yeah. But,
No.
like you don't have proficiency, but
Oh man, does he have features?
He's about to red scare the hell out of this guy.
I think that's mainly just
Oh, yeah, there
insightful
is.
fighting.
Down my ear for deceit. Whenever I make an insight check to determine whether a creature is lying, trade a roll of 7 or lower on the D
Oh, it just has
20
an
as an 8.
Okay.
Yes. Excellent. I knew I had a thing for that.
Go for it, brew that.
At minimum, you roll an 8.
Well,
But it's not an
Well,
auto
because I rolled
success, so you must roll anyway.
yes. I got 13.
Okay. What's your? All right. I'm gonna do this. Inherent. You feel like. You kind of feel like it's probably bullshit. Effectively,
That's bullshit,
it
but I
feel
believe it.
in a way you suddenly feel yourself struck by. You know, it would seem weird if there was only 2 people that worked on this whole boat. Maybe. But I
I'm
don't
pretty sure
think
one's
so.
a robot and the other's a captain.
Yeah, but then you're like, but I don't think so. You rolled the same thing. But you have a higher charisma. So.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm sorry to disturb you then.
so
Let me
what
take
do
you
you-
back to your boss. I'm sure he's been missing you.
No. I'm supposed to stay here. You know, we're gonna keep an eye on the stock. You know, make sure nothing gets damaged in the process. You know, shipping things. You know, they people don't like the whole breaking stuff. Right. Yeah.
Oh, no, I totally get it. But the captain just called a staff meeting. You know, we all have to go there.
Hey, Kinder, you
I
can now
got it.
hear this.
I was just gonna ask, can I?
Yes,
overhear
you can
this
definitely hear
conversation?
this now.
I-
And
I'm
you
gonna
can hear
slowly make
talking.
my way
so
over.
You can't determine the words, but you can
Yeah.
hear talking.
I can
Hey.
slowly.
I mean, they pulled me off the oars. We have our crow man is down from the mast. You know, a huge staff meeting. Everyone's involved. Apparently, we just got attacked. He wants to head count. Just come on, it'll be real quick. You can come back down.
That's not important.
I mean, I'm not going to
Everything
disappoint
all right?
the captain.
It's-
If you want to tell me you don't want to go,
It's not a, you could try to make. He's gonna try to run past you. You can-
Hello, is everything okay? Oh,
Oh, his acrobatics check is a net 20. Aha! His disengage is successful. As you just see him bolt over the boxes. Suddenly, Ku, you will see land somewhat in front of you. This woman in armor with longer hair. She just kind of leaves you like the.
I punch her in the face.
Some reason it seems to whiff.
Jesus.
And
Did we see that?
no, she is literally going way over your head. However, she
Damn.
attempts to get by you.
The opportunity attack?
What are you going to do for your opportunity attack?
Why did you phrase it that way?
Because it's because it's very important for something that is still currently affecting all of you.
Something that's still currently affecting. Oh, what the?
It has nothing to do with anything that happened last session.
Yeah.
It has to do with something she rolled during her sneaking.
Oh. Oh no.
And it affects, and luckily it affects all of you, which makes it really funny.
Grapple check?
Sure.
All right.
Inherently,
Cool.
she has to fail one part of it, so you have the opportunity to make your strength check.
Okay. We'll see what she does. She has to be a 24.
Great. She rolled a 5. You grab her.
Like, and down you go.
All of a sudden, that you all begin to realize there was this tune in your head, just very faintly playing in the back of your head. It's like a song that was like stuck in your head. Suddenly, but it kind of starts to feel like it kind of stopped.
That melody.
It's like a song that you guys would be favorable of in whatever your personal character's taste in music would be.
Said everyone attacking it into a ball.
It's kind of like the song just getting stuck in the back of your head for a moment, and then eventually it kind of fades away here as you grab her. But you grab her,
It's all six.
and she just kind of does like that. No, you're not gonna catch me alive.
I'm like, hang on. I'm trying to figure out why Piganani's Candace number 24 was playing in my head.
She kind of stops. You too?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Oh, right. No, you're not supposed to. Hang on.
Ah! She's doing the thing again, just trying to run away.
Stop resisting. I am
Answer
strong. Fuck.
Get to him by this point.
I can't rage at this point.
No, you can.
That's an 8.
Great. She frees herself.
Okay. Do I have a reaction again?
By this point, yes.
Okay.
And now if you want to try to attack her again, you can.
Yeah, I'm
for
just
the
gonna.
punch. Are you gonna go for the punch? All
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna punch her again.
Make an unarmed strike attack.
Knock her block off. 16 to hit.
That will hit, actually.
Sweet.
You get her in the back of the head. Ah! What's your damage? What's your unarmed strike?
5.
5. All right, not enough to knock her out flatly, but does slow her down as she tries to then get up the ladder.
She can't move.
From what?
Sentinel, baby.
Oh, damn you. I didn't realize you took Sentinel. All right. Yep, she's stuck.
Hey.
It definitely just...
I'm really sorry about this. Not really. One more time.
Oh, boy. All right.
Just gonna do it recklessly, just to be safe. Natural 20.
For 10. She's not down, but she definitely just at this point is like,
I feel really bad right now. Now I'm punching you. Okay, yeah. Just stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop.
I feel at this point you guys will start to round the corner from the center path again.
I'm pulling out the rope. All right. Just hold still. I'm gonna start tying her up.
Is everything okay? What's going on, Coop?
We got her. Gentlemen, we got him.
Back to the captain, because, she works for him.
Oh, does she?
All right,
Did
it worked for a bit, I feel like.
No, you had me completely fooled. I was but let's go. Let's go meet your boss.
Wait, does she work for the ship that I just punched a ship hand?
Oh, she doesn't work for the ship. It was
Okay.
a lie.
Okay.
Who do I shoot? I don't understand.
You said that. Shoot me. If anybody has to die, it has to be me.
If it's anybody.
Point at the other person. All right, I tie her up and then throw her over my shoulder, I guess.
All right. With your strength score, you'll be able to lift her up fine since she's not resisting anymore.
I will no
you
longer
can
have
get up the
sleep
ladder.
ready.
As by the time you guys actually get up the ladder, Holt and Captain Terrigifer actually make their way out the door. Ah! There was someone. Amazing.
Yeah. Amazing. I guess my gut feeling really worked. Putting her down. Maybe
Sir.
not too gently.
Ow! Alright.
Hey, you kind of deserved it.
You lie to an officer of the law such as myself.
Ma'am, what were you
Take a
doing?
deception
down at
check
the
on that
bottom?
one.
I will. As good as telling lies as I am detecting them.
My God.
You're relatively correct on that, but
Yeah. Sir, I am 21. I can
17.
definitely drink to this.
You're the
She,
best
however, beats you.
I've ever seen.
Ooh.
I have a hard time believing that. But anyway. Alright, what do you want with me?
Koo, what do we want with her?
Well, we wanted to find out why they attacked us and
Yeah.
why one of them mentioned that it seemed that they were told to attack us.
What?
I remember hearing one of the guys saying that we weren't worth it. Although that might just be me, just mishearing things.
Oh, yeah, no. I heard Bartrand say that. Well, we're pirates. You're not worth it in that more than half of us dying isn't worth the potential amount of money we would make on the cargo from the ship.
We were just a random shot then? Nothing more?
We're pirates. Of course you were.
Congratulations.
Sometimes pirates have direct targets. I mean, that's not necessarily... I mean, I would
We're
expect
pirates.
any
We're not mercenaries. We're
organized...
pirates.
Yeah.
Who are we talking to? Well, like, what does this person look like?
Frankly, I think
She's
you're
got
being very
okay. Now you can
insulting
see her
to
in better
pirates,
light.
and
She's
I
got
just-
like blonde hair, long blonde hair. She's got like a breastplate on. She kind of has that helmet head, so you kind of presume at one point she was right. A couple of them were wearing helmets, but yeah, it's presumed at some point the helmet probably came off. Probably had something to do with the crash noise.
Vic, you get a read on her?
It's
Tell you
pretty,
she's
like,
lying about a lot of things.
Hey, not the pirate part. Part's
She
true.
is a pirate.
I only lied about working for the ship.
Hidden from everybody, Koo sighs a breath of relief, knowing that he didn't punch a ship hand.
She was lying.
Like, I just want to be sure.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It's not the first time we would have seen any of these, really. Oh, yeah. It's not the first time we would have seen one of these around. Usually most of the time we kind of fly under the radar from our size, but I guess you guys just felt like you were big enough, didn't you?
Phrasing, and yes.
Well, yeah, our ship isn't super big, so we just we get the small ships. That way it's easier to get. They're usually less manned.
Well, look how well that ended with you.
All right, you're clearly different. All right, I don't want the stats from you.
Are you the type of...
You guys are
pirates
not
that-
normal.
Are you the type of pirates that operate from a place on land, or are you the type of pirates that are just kind of jumping from ship to ship?
We had our ship. We've put a lot of work into that thing, man. I think that Bertrand just whipped it away from the rest of us, man.
Bertrand
I'm
is
stuck
named.
here.
Fiddly-dee, being a pirate is alright with me.
Yeah.
Who-
We installed those cool borders. See how quickly we boarded your ship? It works so well. It's my
yeah,
idea.
but it
I'm
was
sorry.
Cool Borders 3, and I always preferred Cool Borders 4. But I mean, nonetheless, this Bertrand guy, he sounds like he's not. He sounds like even amongst you guys, he's not exactly well liked.
No, I'm just mad because he left me.
No, I'm sorry to hear that. Romantic troubles are always something terrible to go through, but
Hey, okay, hey, hold on.
You
Not
should
that
consider
way.
counseling.
yeah. I mean,
Well,
if he left you, it's probably
Also, maybe
Hey,
not
he's,
being.
look, he's just a
pirate.
crewmate,
Yeah.
all right? Like, let's not be insinuating things, all right?
well. Now you're kind of stuck here.
Correct. Captain Torgo confirms. Which is why she will be, in fact, now put to work. Congratulations. You get to work the mast.
Oh, that's great! You've been promoted. I hear there's a lot of upward momentum in a mariner's career like this. That's pretty exciting.
That's true. Actually, having
That's-
legitimate work will do one some good.
And he 100% trusts you with the workings of the mass, and you will in no way or shape or form sabotage this voyage any more than you already have.
Yeah.
Isn't
What
that
did she
great?
say?
I said I have a feeling I'm not getting paid for this.
No,
Um,
you are not.
but to your statement, you go, all right, like, I don't know what your, like, whole thing is, but why on earth would I try to destroy the boat and literally kill myself? That's the dumbest thing I've heard.
Well, ma'am, I was literally just struck by lightning, so I'm kind of accepting that anything can happen right now.
All right, if it'll make you feel better, I'm not going to try to kill myself.
Can I make an inside chat?
Sure,
It's always a better.
go for it.
You don't have to take that route. There's
6.
always something else you can do.
You still believe her?
Wait, I still believe that she will sabotage.
She won't
or
kill
that she-
herself.
All right. I'm glad to hear it, but like Kinder said, you should really talk to someone when you have thoughts like that. I know I punched you a couple times, but I would definitely talk to Vic. He's a great
Especially now that you have a promising career as a deckhand, now
Exactly.
that can be the thing
And
that
hey,
you move for.
The mass is a lot of heavy lifting. It's just you'll get some good exercise. I wish I was doing it, but I won't.
She kind of looks at Captain Turkifer. Looks at the metal sword dog.
I could jump right now.
Suddenly, the thought did somewhat creep in her head, but again, her value to life is too high. As she just kind of begrudgingly gets up, takes off the the armor.
Puts on the Burger King hat.
All time.
Pretty
Wait,
much,
she's still
in a way.
She's still tied up.
Are you tied her?
Yeah,
I
I
you just
tied her.
grabbed her. Sorry, I thought you just grabbed her.
Yeah, he
No,
tied her up.
She
I
just
tied
kind
her
of
up.
gets up. All right, can you take these off me? Like the most dejected you've heard her the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got you. And then untie it. Sorry for. Actually, no, I'm not sorry for punching you in the face, but I'm glad this came out peacefully.
That's fine. All right, I'm gonna take these off now. She
Yeah,
kinda
what
goes
if-
the hat.
What's your name, ma'am?
My name's Stacy.
Hi, Stacy. I'm Kinder. Do you have a family, parents, or like a significant other? I
No,
don't
no
under-
significant other.
No.
The sea is a lonely place. But
You know your dragons.
no, I left mom and
Take
dad at
words out of my
home.
mouth.
I left mom and dad at home.
We have parents at
wanted-
home.
I wanted the life of adventure, and the sea called my name.
So you became a pirate.
There was
No,
literally
look,
no
a
other
lot of
jobs.
a lot of pirate places get some bad raps,
Okay.
Just because you steal some stuff doesn't make you a terrible person.
Okay. Hey, listen, kid. So,
Usually we don't really go to kill anybody. We just try to knock them out or
it
tie 'em up.
looked
Subdue
it
'em.
looked a lot like you guys were trying to kill us, but
Yeah,
that's-
you gotta weaken them first. Then you're going for the knockout punch.
Ma'am, this isn't Pokemon at all. Not even in the slightest.
What is Pokemon?
I
I
put my
don't
cards
know.
away.
You
Oh,
could
man.
roll a d20.
Smoke.
Roll a d20, Dylan.
Does anyone else smell
What?
smoke? I'm blaming the lightning bolt for this.
Welcome
Roll
to
a
the club,
D20.
Dylan. Bye, Dylan.
I got a 6.
You're fine.
Bye, Dylan.
You're okay.
I thought you said you're fired. I was gonna be like, yep. I'll turn
Kinder
it on
gets
edge.
struck by lightning again and dies completely.
You're okay.
Well,
And then she just kind of throws the breastplate like section. The way her breastplate's connected, it's almost kind of like football shoulder pads. Like the the shoulders are connected to the chest part.
Yeah.
And it all just kind of comes off at once. She just kind of throws it down. As we'll kind of continue on through the day, as you guys will get 3 more days of downtime.
all right. Kinder, would you still like to teach me how to do magic?
So you may take long rests if you need
Yes.
to. By
Yes,
the
I
way,
would love to do that. I would love to do that.
because it's
I would
3
take
days
long
later, you in fact have rested within that time.
No, I've stayed up all this time. I have 3 points of
Okay,
exhaustion.
Well, technically
3
it's
days
4
is
days
still the
later,
rest.
but you had 3 days of downtime.
Right. During that time,
Yes.
in the middle of lessons with Kinder,
Sure.
where I tried to learn magic, I repeatedly go to Stacey and be like, if you're looking for adventure, you should really go to, I forgot the town we're from. Hang on.
Oh, Thunderbane?
Thunderbane.
Boise, Idaho.
You should find your way to the Thunderbane. Go find a woman named Carissa. She'll take care of you.
Are you talking about one of those guilds? I don't know
Yes.
those guilds. They're shams.
Yeah. Well, they
Give
pay
her the
well.
Pamphlet. Give her the pamphlet. She'll
I
understand.
follow the pamphlet. It's
Yeah,
just.
but you know what pays better? Making your own money.
We
Independence.
We're technically are
I'm a
making our
woman
own
of
money.
independence, damn it.
You're on a ship. You just got punched in the face a couple of days ago, and now you're kind of held captive as labor work.
I was doing fine until now.
It was gonna happen eventually. The point is,
That's what
there's
you
jobs.
think.
The point is, there's job security in this.
That's what you think.
All
But,
right.
that one day that guild could just turn around and kick you out. So that happened to my Uncle Teddy.
Marshall.
Yeah.
I know I'm really asking for it at this point, but can I just ask a question?
Go for
Does
it.
our guild pay us back our union dues in case we go on strike?
I'm not
Or
gonna
if
make
we
you
are
roll.
otherwise incapacitated and prevented from doing guild work?
Well, at the moment, you're kind of given the room and board type thing for free. So
Right. I was legitimately kind of curious about that. It's like
So
as far as
technically, at
goes.
the moment, when you're in the early stages, you're kind of put into this semi probationary period. So kind of no, but again, you get room and board for free. Like it's not even taken out of your pay whenever you get paid. Because you're just they just kind of front the cost of giving the young people the place to stay, and then once you get higher up, you inevitably then will be told all right, you establish here, now live there,
Yeah.
find homes, because obviously you got a pay raise once you're a higher level, once you're a higher tier. So you get the pay raise that'll obviously then be able to pay for things like room and board on your own. And then we get into things like other benefits. But for now, no. At least right now, no. You don't. Later on, yes. Right now, no.
Yeah. I'm persistent throughout the 4 days. The last bit, I'm like, okay, Stacy, look at me. I'm gonna level with you, 1-on-1. you can respond.
You said you were going to level with me. I assumed you were going to say something.
I also assume I was saying something. Just collecting my thoughts. Anyways, I understand the need for adventure. Just bear with me here. I'm not the greatest speaker. I understand the need for adventure, and I still feel kind of guilty for punching you several times in the face. So, just listen. I left home. I did the same thing you did, and now I'm here. And now I have some actually good people looking after me. And I'm not wanting. I have room and board at home. And I get fed, and I get to go out and do things. The other day, we met a vampire. It was actually kind of jarring and made me think about a lot about life. But anyways.
All right. People always act like I'm the weird one.
Right. The point is...
Talking about vampire.
The point is...
I saw a Hydra.
The point is, just give it a shot. Just go there, ask some information. If you don't like it, just leave.
Kind of in this conversation, because it's about the fourth time that he has seen you come up to her and harass her one way or another. Captain Turgifer kind of butt in here and just kind of, don't worry. You know what? Trust me. I've seen her do enough. I won't be turning you in as long as you decide to keep on the ship here.
That's some good work too.
I'll let you think about it when we get into port, but keep it. Sure, I may be giving you a heavy hand, but I'll kind of give you the semi-ultimatum of you can follow his word, you can follow my word, or you can go to the guards. You get the choices are yours.
Regardless.
Oh, the only reason I have the justification to say this is I have scrying orbs all over this boat. I have absolutely seen everything you've done.
I turn over to the captain. Does that include us? Have you been seeing what we've been doing?
In your rooms, no. Outside of your rooms, yes.
Okay, I'd like to apologize for the mess I made below deck. I got really seasick. Anyways.
Hey, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Happens to a lot of people.
Anyways, Stacy, just don't throw away your second chance to go back to what you're doing.
I'll think about it.
All right, that's all I wanted to hear.
Well, and you better think about getting ready to leave because we're getting into port soon.
Oh, are we really?
Yeah, within the hour. So get yourselves back into your rooms. We're going to be getting ready to go.
Yep, and that was what I was doing during my downtime.
Yes, well, that was part of the last day stuff. So, all right. As eventually you guys start to see the shores come in, the waves kind of crashing into rock as you are inevitably rolling into port and greeted by the many sights of one of the great Dalaran port cities.
Hey, Kinder, have you ever been to Delara?
Out of game. Pretty sure I haven't.
No.
No.
Based on the background you gave me, no.
Yeah, no. No, I haven't. Not at all. I've heard a few things here and there, but I don't really know a ton about it. It's all so new to me.
You'll like it. It's a good place. Just at some point, I'm gonna take you someplace where you can find out more about myself and Vic. Yeah, keep my end of the promise.
Well, to be fair, you were about to do that, meaning that you're going to his dad.
Yeah.
Speaking of whom, Victor, as you roll in, you begin to see a figure on the pier. A very familiar figure.
Oh, no.
Your mom.
Oh.
Mama, I'm coming home.
Oh, no.
As the three of you, or the four of you, have to remember, guys, is technically with you still. The four of you begin to descend off the platform. behind you, you do see the three. You do see Holt, Captain, and yes, in fact, your former pirate friend waiting on the ship, kind of waving goodbye as you get off.
Bye, guys. Glad we almost got killed together.
Look out for sea monsters.
Cool dog.
Arf!
So cool.
As you get down, you start to Victor. She's about 20 feet from you, but you do see your mother.
What town are we in, by the way?
So you were in one of the port cities. So this one, this one you would be familiar with. So you know this is the port city of Vermeer.
Just realized my webcam was off the whole time.
Oh, I thought you did this on purpose because you had to do something. But yes, so yeah, you see your mom.
Surprise.
I should point out at this point I'm wearing much cleaner clothes and very fashion forward. So,
Yes, okay. You've changed wardrobe in the
Yes.
days. Got it. Yes. Okay.
and clothes
Perfect.
that I'm not often seen in as we're
Perfect.
usually working. These are my nobility clothes.
Noble attire.
Indeed. And I have such a hat upon my head, the likes these peasants have never seen.
So, two of you see them all dressed up a little more than usual.
Oh, Mr. Darcy, you look so fashionable today.
Oh, I do
You're
not
like
know
kinda
who that
elbow
is. He's
in
probably
or
among the lower circles.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought your nice clothes.
A gentleman is always prepared for any inevitability.
Oh, I forgot about this side of you.
Look, dude, I'm going home, alright? My dad's gonna be there. I have to do this whole thing, so stick with it, okay?
I know. I'm just sad that I have to do it too.
Do you need us to act posh and upper class?
Kinder,
as
they don't know
well?
you. You're fine.
Kinder, you can act however you want, and he'll let you know if it's okay or not.
Golly, how persnickety was that industry?
Kinder, my dear, you get better every day. Now continue with such a farce, and you may
Eat
blow
the
an
rich.
aneurysm.
Wait, that's the wrong. No.
I'm like,
Eat
Anyway,
the poor.
you
There it
see
is.
her kind of arms crossed looking at you,
Indeed.
Victor.
yeah, I feel it, man. Good luck.
Hello, mother.
She kind of breaks and gives you a hug, Victor.
Aw.
Oh, it's good to see you, son.
I'm glad you didn't stab
Yes,
me.
I've missed you terribly.
Unfortunately, I wish I was in a better mood.
There it is.
Oh.
I'm in the back with Kinder. Just
No,
There
it
it
has
is.
to do with your father's just such a busybody, especially with everything going on with His Highness.
Indeed.
Unfortunately,
Shit, what would that
despite
be?
that, we wish to just be despite as much as we love to just be a
My second cousin?
total bankers. Unfortunately,
What would that be to me?
Yes, he would be. Well, no. So yeah, he's the cousin of your dad, which would make him your
Right.
second cousin.
Is it second cousin?
Yes, because his child would be your third cousin.
Okay. What was his name again? I forget the name of the king.
Kendrick.
Is it?
No,
I'll believe you. I'm
my
just.
book is all the way over there.
All right, Kendrick, it is.
oh, you know who.
Lord knows I don't want to go get it. But anyway, so
Oh, his cousin. What's his face?
but either way, you kind of have acknowledged in the last few years, especially after the first kind of attempted war or kind of conquest over Dern, that your family, while posing as good on good terms, generally within its walls doesn't really acknowledge him too much.
Hmm. Oh, you mean my family has a problem with the authoritative state? Hmm.
Weird. It's almost like they tried to launch an attack on your dad's really close friend.
Yeah, that's weird.
Weird.
Oof.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought maybe he would have a problem with that?
I wave from back.
Who?
Yes.
Nice.
Mother, Ku is here, and I'd like you to introduce a new friend I met on the way, Kinder,
Remember, guys is there too.
and Gaius as well. This gentleman over here known as Gaius. Kinder, if you'd like, this is my mother. Introduce yourself properly.
Kinder does his usual, takes off the wizard hat, does kind of a low sweeping bow. It's a pleasure to meet you, ma'am. I've heard really good things about you. Trickle down.
Dylan, you're really going for it tonight.
I don't know why tonight. Okay, never mind. It's a pleasure to meet you, ma'am. Truly.
Hi, Aunt Emily.
It is nice to see you, Ku. It's nice to meet you. No, don't worry. It's not. If potential confusion. Not truly related, just nice, close family.
Oh, well, that's
Yes.
very nice to hear.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Ku wishes he was closer, but I digress.
No, I'm at the right distance.
I don't know. What did you think about Cassidy?
like me as me, or
Well, you know, when she was younger and you were younger, you knew of Cassidy growing up.
Yeah.
that's a private matter right there.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Well, that's me. That's me nudging you, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I rolled in that 20 for something.
Anyway, so you yes. Anyway, so we'll be the reason I came to pick you up is I need to get you get you home quicker. And well, if you probably couldn't guess, your father wasn't necessarily comfortable with my way of getting here and back.
Yes, I have to imagine it goes to do with the magic again, correct?
Yep. So all four of you, coming close.
Gaius, Kinder, pay close attention to a masterful magician at work.
Oh, you guys are gonna
Just
love
coming
this.
close. Just coming close.
Get ready, Kinder. You're in for a show.
I'm in for a what?
As she'll snap her fingers, and you guys will kind of find yourself in the
Diagon Alley.
Tory estate courtyard. Now I need to quickly change my music again. I keep closing this.
But just so everybody knows, we teleported, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
that was in fact the spell teleport.
Boom.
Yeah, something came up on that burp and it didn't feel good.
It's fine.
I
It's the
need-
noise. It's the noise I made when we landed.
No, not that one.
I never could get too used to that.
Yes, I find it distasteful as well. However, it is the most efficient way of getting to and from the manor.
All right.
Why does my stomach feel like it's inside and outside of my body at the same time?
It's just usual. You'll be fine.
Don't worry. At least I know where this place is. It's way worse when I don't.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Auntie, anybody from my side of the world here?
Oh no, yeah. Well, your brother
Oh,
is
thank God.
far too busy. Obviously.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Um,
But rather not run into him or Logos anytime soon.
no, I haven't seen any. We haven't seen anybody from the family in quite a while. But
I don't know. Well, here's hoping it's a case of no news is good news.
I've heard. Well, now that we're here, I feel I can be a little more open. Obviously, we have heard nothing. We have heard nothing terrible. You know, we have plenty of information to give you when you need it. We have heard nothing. Mostly in fact, one way or another, despite that your father wanted to see you here partly just to kind of make sure you were all right. He has essentially 2 places for you to go to. So this won't be the first trip you make. But for now, head out inside. Why don't you just get right to your father's office?
And shall we lay our things down first, or have the servants bring them up?
Just leave them by the door.
I just pat Kinder on the shoulder again. Don't be intimidated by what you're about to see.
It's quite fun.
Am I the rich person?
You're you. Just be you.
Okay.
You will be fine. And you succeed quite well. Except for that one part that we won't talk about. A couple minutes ago on the deck.
Thank you.
No problem.
I will hang back and whisper both to Kinder and Gaius, like, remember, no magic if you can avoid it. It'll be best for everybody. He'll know. No matter how minor the spell.
I gotta be honest. I don't know if it's intentional, but your words are cutting out, so I'm only hearing the last 3 words of each sentence. But Kinder's just gonna be like,
sure.
Okay, yep,
Sounds great.
you got it.
Alright, so I'll just put my bags very gently next to the door, signal for the nearest butler to get them, and head on off to the place I know.
Well, yes, they're awaiting you at the door, as they will take your things, and you will inevitably make your way to your father's office. Does anybody open the door?
I assume one of them would open it for me.
Oh no, you weren't followed as your 2 main servants on your parents' estate are obviously carrying the bags and stuff you guys have.
Alright then. I'll wait with my hand on the handle, waiting for the other 2 to catch up, so I can show off.
Oh, I mean they were with you. So
Oh, everybody's around?
it was just your servants are taking care of your things.
Okay. Now it is a double door system, right? Just like
Yes,
kind of thing.
but here I'll give you I'll remind you, Victor. You know who your dad is.
Yes. Alright.
Wait, hold on.
Open the doors.
You are looking at a simple look of doors, and you know who your dad is. I'm just gonna give you that.
I love it how he says
More than
you know
anyone.
who
And
your dad is.
Well, maybe he forgot after 2 years.
Kinder, would you like to do the honors?
I'm really intimidated
Perhaps.
by this.
Remember what I said, don't be intimidated.
Oh crap, you did say that. Okay. I'm gonna reach forward. I'm gonna put my hand. What is this? Is this a regular doorknob?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
like
an
just like
ornate
a
eagle
long
claw?
door handle. You can pull it
Yeah.
down.
Is like the giant brass knocker like?
No, it's just like a long horizontal door handle.
Okay, bar handle. Gotcha. Yeah, so I'll put my hand on it and I will turn and open inward or outward.
You
whichever
turn the
sex swing
handle.
it says. And I die. Roll on the pitch.
Well, no. However,
I don't like that.
all of a sudden you feel something clamp on your feet.
Ah, there it is.
As you see, kind of hear the as behind you what you're now familiar to be a warforged Trap systems engaged. Exterminate. Exterminate.
Kinder turns around. He looks down at his feet, sees that they've been like trapped in some way. He's gonna turn around and look at this friggin' Warforged and just go, ah! He's gonna cast a Misty Step. I don't know if it's gonna work, but he's gonna cast Misty Step and try to like
It doesn't.
teleport 30 feet away.
It
Crap.
doesn't.
Okay.
As you will begin to hear cackling from the other end of the door as it opens. It's on its own. It opens. And at the desk, spinning around his chair is well, I'll denote him, I guess, just as Jet still, as a Jet, little more grayer hairs now.
For people who haven't seen the last campaign, what does a Jet look
yes,
like?
so now you see a half elven, pretty fair skinned man now with a little more gray hair, a little less hair than used to be, not like full bald, but a little bit of that receding hairline.
A little bit of LeBron, yep.
Pretty well, now very well dressed.
Girls crazy about a
And
shot.
he just kind of turns around in the chair, just cackling. The Warforged. It gets him every time.
Angry father, quite humorous.
Got you at the anti-magic field, too. You'll kind of hear him pound on a button as you'll be released.
I'm having a really bad day today.
Try to warn you about the magic.
Yeah, try to be 5 when this happened to you, Kinder.
That's all right. Obviously, I'm not gonna let any old mages come in here and be able to do whatever they want. I've took my measures in place. Son, get in here.
Father, what is it you require of us?
Come here first. I haven't seen you in 2 years. So I'll give you a hug, a more firm one. It looks like that the old guild is doing some work on you. I like it.
Learned quite a bit.
Seems like you're growing into a solid man. Cool.
They chilled too. Oh,
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Man, your brother is really boring.
I'm glad someone else sees that.
I had a meeting with him the other day. Man, he was
I'm just surprised you got like 5 minutes with him.
Well, that has to do with part of the reason I'm bringing you here today.
Oh,
He is also well connected.
shit. Okay.
Well, it doesn't have to do with your brother per se. It's my meeting with him has to do with why I brought you here.
Okay. Uncle Jet, before we continue, this is our friends Kinder and Gaius. They are fellow guildmates and members of our team.
Yes, I got their information pretty early on. Things are, what's it like from Northdal? You guys are kind of unaffected by that whole political thing going on.
By the way, Kinder didn't bow this time.
Okay.
We're beyond that.
Clearly hasn't pointed out.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you're right, sir. We don't have a lot of major political shifts or anything.
Yeah. Well, hopefully one day they don't get through those mountains. Really, either side.
Yeah, they're proving to be pretty formidable so far, but I suppose only time will tell.
Doing great.
Anyway. Yeah. So, sit down. The main reason I brought you guys here is I have two concerns brought up. Main reason I brought you here is I actually need to kind of use you guys as, we'll say, a really. I'm not. I won't. I'll cut to it. I need to kind of use you guys as a tool here. If you aren't aware of the current political landscape going on, His Highness, in his wisdom, I'm sure you maybe have heard what has gone on in Par, or now the Dalaran Republic of Par.
Is there a distinction, sir? I don't.
Well, it used to just be Par, but now it's the Dalaran Republic of Par, now that they've been liberated.
Right, that whole debacle.
So, I don't know. I am presuming you aren't aware. He looks like got points at guys. You look lost. If you're unfamiliar, a couple of years ago, after, especially apparently unabashed by the failure of his attempt to take over Dern in its weakened state back when it reformed with your dad, the Dalara decided its new project would be going over to Par and trying to expand its democracy over there. Apparently, orcs are not as good as what remained of the Dern Empire, and as a result, they were a lot more successful there than they were here. Well, here is in your home, but from a number of the scouts I've tried to get in there. There's a little more going on, and it's almost impossible for me to get a lot of my men in there. And a lot of adventurers aren't super trustworthy, because there are a lot of adventurers that, they get some better offer, or they're threatened by a governmental act, and they think that it's the be all end all. They don't always have the full picture in mind. So I figured, who would have a good idea of that, good nose for that type of thing? My own son.
I am flattered.
And so one way or another, I'm going to be taking advantage of your diplomatic immunity. Not right away, but within the next couple of days, I'm going to be sending you guys over to Par on a cargo ship that we've been doing trades for. In the last couple months or so, a number of my cargo crates have not returned with the ones I've sent. Sure, you could chalk it up to potential accidents, but it's too many. And there's always 4 every time a missing count comes in. I don't trust it. Something's going on over there. I don't know what. These are just basic supplies. They shouldn't mean much of anything. But they're hoarding something. And I don't know what. But I think they're throwing something into these crates, and they're keeping them. So I need you guys to find out. Luckily, unlike my scouts, who are forced to remain in port, with your diplomatic immunity, you can go wherever you want. Granted, as long as you don't miss your ship back.
Yes.
So you are somewhat on a time limit when you get there, but you have a lot more freedom than any of my scouts do. And that knowledge is going to be very important for you, because there are a number of officers that will threaten you if you try to leave, go into the city, even outside of the city. They can't do anything to you, because all you need to do is show them your guild sigil. Especially yours are outside of Delara, which gives me gives you that extra amount of immunity.
See, quite clever indeed.
So let me get this straight. You want us to go over there to figure out why the shipments are missing?
I want to know. I want to know who's taking them, and if you can, why are they taking them? However, you're going to be dealing with a lot of. You're going into the heart of Orcish land, effectively. Some call it the home of orcs in that part of the planet. So, you may be dealing with a lot of heavy-headed people. May not take to logic the same way some other people will.
It's okay, Father. I deal with coup on a daily basis.
Quite difficult.
Now that I mentioned that, some of them might get a little concerned with you. So I would try to
hide the horns.
No, just keep yourself as cordial as possible, I guess.
Oh no.
You know, orcs. Not all of them are the most, accepting.
Understandable.
For the coup. Parade.
I mean, what's not there to love?
The demeanor, the smell.
All right, we can stop at the demeanor, thank you.
Either way, otherwise for now, you guys came in pretty late, by the way, and late in the afternoon, by the way, just as a note. Either way, make yourselves comfortable for the rest of the evening. The shipment is being still put together, so you won't be leaving for another couple days. So
room is in order.
Well, it should be by now, I assume. But then otherwise, yes, just enjoy your couple days here in Mail, and then we will we'll take you to, or more, Emily with her mysticism will take you to the port city again.
Hey, Uncle Jet, question.
Yeah.
Is Cassidy still around?
No, he must not have heard. Well, if you recall the condition she was getting, she had disappeared quite a number of years ago. I haven't seen her since.
Sorry, I was kind of hoping that, we'll hear some good news. Sorry about that.
I know. Whatever magic is affecting her, it can't be no good. Something's doing it. I don't know what. But damn it, she's still a good kid. I know it. Anyway, have a good rest of your evening, alright?
Your father, we shan't disappoint. We'll visit you again when the time is right. Please follow me out the room.
As inevitably, you all will kind of get to your rooms. Somewhat, for reasons, I'm going to fast forward a bit into the evening more. As, Victor, you kind of start to begin to settle into your room.
I hate doing that. So for a couple days.
You kind of slowly feel something cold on your neck. As behind your ear you will hear, "You've gotten slow, brother." As that's where we'll end the session.
What the fuck? I have worries. Oh man. We got to see Jet again.
That we did. We had a return of an old favorite.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I had to go back to Pathos's old character sheet to see who Jet married. Because I had forgotten.
You forgot it was Emily.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know it's the second command of the Mage Rebellion.
Yes.
Cannot remember her name for the life of me, but I found her.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Which,
Yeah,
however, if anything, Kinder, if you want to start milling on a logic line with Victor's family here.
Yeah.
So you've been told, like, hey, magic isn't allowed in the house, but for some reason, Victor's mom cast a teleport on you, which would indicate mage work.
Yeah. And then when he specifically mentioned like her like mystifying ways or something like that, I was like, what is he?
Yes.
What exactly is he referring to right now?
Yes, let
Also,
the
who is this Cassidy person?
way this logic works into your brain start to
Oh yeah,
fold through.
math equations everywhere.
As
Get the red lines ready.
We will not return to this campaign next week.
All right.
Yes, as next week we are doing something special, so we will have a stream.
Why do I even wear these?
So, Dylan, what are we doing
All
next
right.
week?
So, everyone, Marshall, Franny,
Yeah.
Jade, Bennett, who's not here, but I will talk to you. As he said, we are indeed going to be doing something special. Who to start with? Why don't I just roll a d4? Yeah, okay. Francisco.
Oh,
I need
yes.
you to roll a d6 for me.
Oh, shit. All right. That's a 6.
6. Okay.
Am I the first to die?
6. All right. Next, I need you to roll 2 d20.
2 D20s.
And tell me what each of the results are.
Oh, man, you're keeping me in suspense here. Let's see. Okay. I got a natural 20 and a 5.
And a 5.
I've been
All
rolling
right.
natural 20s today. It's a real experience. Hopefully it translates for tomorrow.
All right. Jade, go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
You got this, buddy.
This one.
I believe in you. Remember, it's the square one.
4.
In
4.
case you forgot.
The dice we've been using for the last few years.
Yes,
Alright.
I remember it.
And then if I can have you also roll 2 d20 and give me
The
each
one, so I'm just gonna roll it twice. On the first one. $13 on the second.
Okay. Can you repeat that first result, please?
No. 2?
Okay. 11. Okay. 11.
Yeah.
And last but absolutely not least, Marshall, if I can have you roll a d6.
That's a 1.
Okay. And then 2 d20s.
I got a 14 and a 9.
And a 9.
Ooh.
All right. Are we still live?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode of Natural One RPG. And please tune in next week when I, your new DM, will lead this merry band of crazy people through a fantastical, delightful 3-hour adventure as we play Grant Howitt's Kobold Endeavors.
What?
See you then.
Ah!
Have a good night, everyone.
Kobold Screech.
Yeah.